YouTube banlist reaction. Oh, I'm a little bit loud. We're gonna go over the ban list. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna tell you how it is, what they missed on, and yeah. So like I said, I got 50k in the KC Cup. I had a max of that. I'm gonna give you a good idea of what they missed in it. Alright, so let's take a look. Mermaid Band! Okay, that's a good start. Oh, look, don't pay mind that. Mermaid Band is a very good start. This card caused a lot of issues, because this card was, really, really powerful, because it allowed you to one card, well, two cards with a discard, but it's actually one card starter into Orcust combo. Glad this is gone. Good, good, good. That's a great hit off the start, so that's good. Should limit the amount of Orcust variants there are. Volafranes, Volo is hit. This is the limit to 1, so that way you limit the Odd Eyes Orcust. They can't play Babel, they can't play Babel with it, but limited to 1. Yeah, so this is good. This is a good hit. This will not restrict you from playing traditional Odd Eyes, but it's a good hit to the Odd Eyes Orcust deck. It's fair. It's a fair hit there. Gaga Revenge, again, this is a hit to Automatic Orcust, mainly because of release. Hitting Farfa the 1, in my opinion, doesn't make sense, because most of the builds play Tackle Crusader, which is much better than Farfa, because they can make it with Dweller and get an extra disruption under Abyss Dweller, which is very, very nasty. So yeah, in my opinion, hitting Farfa the 1 doesn't make too much sense, but it's fine. I know why they did it, but I don't necessarily agree with it. But I know why they did it. Gaga Revenge going to 1, so that way you can't play Gaga Revenge with the Farfa and the Orchestrated Release. Okay, so that's fair. This they hit the Automatic Orcust and stuff like that. Limited to 2. Merchant coming off is nice. Moray of Greed coming off is nice. These Moray deserves to come off so you can play Water again with like Trishula and things that have already been hit to 1, and you can start to play 2 Morays again. Yo-Yo is to reduce a little bit of the consistency of Speedroids, but you know, they still want them to be playable. Merchant going to 2 is nice because now you can run 2 Merchant, 3 Kunam Zan, so that's very good. Yeah, Speedroid will still be very good. Limited to 3, we have Tour Guide. This is because they want you to be able to play BA. If they hit the Tour Guide to 1, then you can't play Farfa. Beatrice going to 3 is nice as well. So this is good. I think, like, you can now run 1 Tour Guide, 2 Beatrice, which really isn't a problem because you generally run 2 Beatrice anyway. Never really play 3. 3 Silver Rocket is something I really think I had to go to 3, but I guess they felt Rocket get played enough to warrant a hit. So you can't play Silver Rocket in combination with your limit 3 back row, so it's a hit to Rocket. Scrap Recycler going to 3. This is because now Pendulum Call is at 3. They don't want you playing Scrap and Pendulum Call, obviously because of Odd Eyes Orcust, but there are easier ways to mitigate that. And then we have Tatsunoko going to 3, so this is a lift for Stardust, which is nice. Now you have Goki Rematch off the list. How do I feel about this? I think it's a bit early for Goki to come off the list, but I think it's fine. Like, if Orcust is still playable, you get multiple powered decks at that level. So I think it's fine. Impact coming off, I'm very excited for. Very nice. So now you can't play Limit 3 back row on Goki. So you can't play your Limit 3s, but you can still play 3 Super X, your rematch, and your finishing move. Crosswipe's off the ban list, which is nice. So Cynet Crosswipe coming off the ban list. So Salico can come back and play their deck. Swallow's Nest is a really good hit for Ray Raptors because we want to promote their play. And Strangleanius, I don't think it should have been in here anyway. So Swallows and Strangle come off. Very nice. Seer coming off is a nice little buff for BA. So now you can play 3 Seer, 1 Farfa. So that's a bit of a buff for BA in that department. And then on top of that, you have Discharge, which doesn't really matter. You know. Overall, I think it's solid. The list is solid. I'm gonna go over the skills list first, and I'll tell you the whole thing. Red Eyes Roulette is excellent. Ultimate Unite, Holly Angel Trick, and Master of Rights too. Alright. So Red Eyes Roulette is a monster hand. Your hand, that's your deck. Okay, so now it adds it from outside your deck. Okay. Okay, I see. So now you get this from outside your deck. And you get to select that monster. Okay. So this is a buff to the Red Eye skill. This is a nice buff. So Give Rid the Red Eyes Iron Knight is a really good card that you want to search. Plus now you don't have to run Summon Skull in the deck now. If you want to play Red Eyes Fusion, you don't have to run Summon Skull in the deck. This is a really good boost buff to this skill. So I believe before you added it. Oh no. So this did add it from outside your deck. So it does add it from your. No, it's the same thing. Oh, this doesn't add to your hand, it adds it to your deck. Okay. So this adds it to your deck. So what's the change here? So there's really no change. Okay. I don't know what you really did here. Okay. Sexo Ultimate Unite and 1 Utopia. Leon, so it's return to life duel, you can activate the following effect. Paying amp your life points, send 1 Gaga, you control the grave. And play 1 of. Okay. Oh, so this didn't add Utopia Ray. So now you. Oh no, this didn't put Utopia in the deck. Okay, so now you can put Utopia in the deck as well. Okay, so that's how they buffed it. Okay, so now you don't need to put Utopia in the deck. Okay, fair enough. Holly Angel Trick. The effect damage of all monsters with the original name Holly Angel will be doubled. Following effect can be used once per duel. Select 1 Trick Star and gain life points equals that. Okay, so now you can use it with Blue Gal, or whatever her name is. Yeah, so you can use it with her now. Okay, Sky Zyzen, Blue Angel. So yeah, that's really nice. Okay, very good. And the damage is doubled now, so now you can abuse that more with Trickstar. So that's a really good buff for them. Very good. Master of Rights 2 can be used when your life points decrease by 1,000. Return 1 card. Why? Instead of Ritual Cage. So they have to be giving us more Ritual support. Because you nerfed Ritual Cage. 1,500? No! Oh, they killed the skill. Oh, that's terrible. No! Oh, God. Oh, do the increase of ritual monsters. They better have ritual support in the next box, because, like, that become too effective, it will be weakened. It's become too effective, yes. When not one soul has played ritual monsters in this meta. Alright. Now I'm gonna go over to your reaction. Odd Eyes Orcust is still incredibly strong. As a matter of fact, I think it's tier 2 or tier 1. If not tier 2, definitely tier 1. I think it very well likely it could be a tier 1 deck. You basically, here's my list, post-ban list. You basically remove two of the scraps for 2 pen calls, and then you play 3 Heart Bar and 3 Nightmare. So you see a slight consistency decrease, but it's not a big deal when you cut it down to 24 cards. You can even play 2 Orchestrated Return if you want, and buff up the consistency a bit. So that's something you can totally do in this deck. Overall, in my opinion, I never played Volo in Stage 2, so it doesn't really affect me. I most of the time end on Dweller Decode plus Ding, so it's generally strong enough. And the one buff that you can and don't have to worry about is now Mermaid Orcust is gone. So you don't have to sit there and go up against your opponent and wonder if they're going to set 3 backward with a Ding on the field. So that makes the deck a lot stronger in that regard. So the rest of the meta gets weaker, and this gets slightly weaker. So in my opinion, it's still like the strongest deck. I would even take out Phoenix at this point and probably play Giant Hand or a Roach, one or the other. Probably a Roach now, because I think Roach is really effective. So now you have Roach, Dweller, Dark Rebellion, Odd Eyes, and this is still really, really good with Babel. So this is the deck that had me up to 50 points in the event. This is a post-ban list version of the deck, so it's really, really good. But even better, like a version that did not get hit all was the Onomat version. It got like a tap if you can call it. And the only tap is really losing Volo and 1 copy of Bencall. But you could still play it like this. You could play 3 Para. You could play 3 Pickup. And then on top of that, you run 2 copies of Pendulum Call. And then you can run your whole Magician package. So you can run... Oh, I spelled that wrong. 1 second. So you can run... Alright, I'm just gonna search Pendulum. So we'll be here all day. You don't need Joker in this build. You run 3 Wisdom Eye, probably your Oaths, and then you run your Dragon Pit, and then you have your Tackle Crusaders, something along this line. You run 2 of this, and then your Onomat, so your Gaga, Coat, your Sister, and then on top of that, you play your Orcust Engine, 1 Harpara, 1 Orcust Nightmare, 1 Symbol, 1/1, and this is about what you're around, with occasionally a few other cards being thrown into the deck. So, overall, like, Orcust Onomat is still really, really good. You know, your extra deck could just be Beatrice, because now you have room to run the 1 Beatrice, since you're not running the Bencall. Dweller, Roach, King Girsu, Galatea, and you kind of see how this is all fitting in as a whole. You probably can. You could even buff it to like 2 Galatea if you wanted to, and then run like your Raging Dragon and your Dark Rebellion, and then you got it. You know. So overall, I still think this deck is insanely strong. And if you want to play Orchestrated Return, you could. You could even run Babel and do Babel lines with this deck as well. So there's a lot of ways to build a deck. And at 25, 26 cards, this deck is still going to be very, very incredibly consistent, honestly. You're going to be seeing your play starters a ton. And this, in my opinion, is still very much top tier. So, yeah. Obviously, really, really strong. And pure Odd Eyes as well. So, honestly, I think that either way you slice the case, Orcust is going to still be good, you know, in that regard. Okay, what's on scale for tonight? Tonight I will be back. I took a few days off because I was so exhausted from stage 2. So I will be back tonight with an Orcust Odd Eyes post-ban list cog climb. So make sure you follow me on Twitch if you want to see that. And if you like this video, like, comment, and sub. Greatly appreciated. We're about 700. We are 300 subscribers away from 1,000. So any effort you make will be greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, it's your boy Sean Matrai signing out. Peace.